Hello! Welcome back to the vlog. So today is Tuesday, unfortunately, and I have to go to work right now, so this is gonna be like 20 seconds of me talking. But I've been sick the past few days, and you can still kind of hear it in my head, but I'm not sick anymore, so I'm going to work. I vlogged, but the energy was like super low, so I'm gonna delete everything from the previous 2 days and just start fresh here. I have a new phone, so enjoy that. I can finally see everything, and I'm sure the video quality is a little bit better. Here's how my day went. Hi, so I'm back. My computer was frozen like that for about an hour. Yay! Welcome to this week's reading vlog. I'm really excited to bring it to you guys. I'm really excited that I'm feeling better so quickly. I never get sick that quick in a row, and I never get healthy that quickly after getting sick. But I'm excited. This is what my board currently looks like. I did talk in the clips that I deleted about the things that have changed on here, but honestly, I don't remember all of what I said. So I think I mentioned that you're going to be noticing that 2 tiles are different, and it's these 2. So this one was something, and I read it for a secret TBR, so you don't even need to get to know what the book is, but I don't remember what the tile was either. And then this one was gray cover, and I was reading the Cerulean for that, and I just didn't vibe with it, so I decided DNF. It wasn't that I honestly thought it was a bad book, it was just that there was no intrigue pulling me into the story, so I was like, nah, like why bother wasting another hour to see if it gets interesting when I could just read something else. But that was the second book that I was trying to read for that prompt, because I originally tried to read The Stone in the Skull and I DNF'd that, so I remove it from the board and I get the check mark. This morning while I was at work, I did manage to finish Throne of Glass. I've been listening to it. This is the first time I've listened to Throne of Glass. I've listened to all of the other books in the series, but the first time I read this, I physically read it, and this is actually not my original copy. I gave all of my copies of this whole entire series to my cousin, who is like still reading them and loves them, and she's in high school and she needs them more than I do. So I went on eBay and I got this first one really cheap because I thought that I would like to reread the first book physically, but as the month was moving on, I just realized I don't have the time to read it physically and I really needed an audiobook. So I found the audiobook and I've been listening to it. I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it for any of the same reasons I enjoyed it the first time, and I didn't enjoy it as much as I did the first time, but I thought it was a good read. So let's talk about this. We are following a girl named Selena Sardathian, and she is an assassin who is caught in this like crazy prison, and she's taken out of the prison by the Prince of the Realm, and he brings her back to his palace so that she can fight in a competition to become the court assassin, like the king's champion assassin. And while she's there, she competes in the competition. She learns about a lot of the culture and the royal family and a lot of why things are the way they are. And then the series kind of moves on very quickly after this book into something completely different, and I don't want to talk about that now. But what was interesting is the first time I read this series, I felt like that whole entire switch of going into what the rest of the books kind of talk about came out of nowhere. And I was very like confused and kind of like, Sarah, why did you do this to me? Like, I don't like that. But this time reading it, now that I know where the series is going, I could see so many places that she dropped hints and clues and directly told us what she was going to be doing later in the series. So I'm shook that I missed all of those, but also, to be fair, I did take like a year or 2 in between reading this one and the next one, which is Crown of Midnight. I keep thinking Heir of Fire is the next one. This time I'm not going to be taking that long of a break. I am reading one Sarah J. Maas book a month this whole entire year. So Crown of Fire, Crown of Midnight will be read in February, and I'm kind of hoping that I can do it like the first week of February so that they're kind of back to back. I will not be continuing on to Empire of Storm or Kingdom of Ash because I don't like those 2, but I will be reading all the way up through Queen of Shadows, and then I'm going to read all of ACOTAR for the first time. These are all rereads, and I'm going to be reading Crescent City, so I'm going to be reading the 4 books in ACOTAR, not the novella, the new one that comes out in February of this year, and the 2 Crescent City books because the next one comes out in November. Anyways, so now I can remove this one. Ta-da! Oh, so I should say, the first time I read Throne of Glass, I rated it a 4-star, and this time I rated it a 3.5. I have a few issues with Selena. She's just kind of an arrogant protagonist, and I understand where she comes from and why she's like this, because especially once you know her background, like, you understand why she's acting the way she's acting, but it was just infuriating to me to watch her have these people who, like, really have her back and are really trying to help her out in life be like, hey, I need you to do this thing, or I need you to hide your identity, and her just to be like, nah, I'm not gonna do that, brah. And then, like, go out there and be the, like, baddest bitch out there. Fighting them was being like, I'm number one and you're not letting me show off that I'm number one, and so I'm just gonna go off and show off that I'm number one. And I was like, Selena, it's okay to take a step back and let other people pretend to be number one and then come up in the end and, like, destroy them. But I think that's the plot of Nevernight. Okay, we needed a different book anyways. I have a few other small issues, but I know that those small issues kind of get resolved in later books and kind of get better as Sarah J. Maas writes more, so I'm not even gonna bother talking about them. At this point, I feel like if you've read Throne of Glass, you've read Throne of Glass, and if you haven't, like, you're not planning on it. So I'm not here to convince you. I'm just here to tell you about my experience of rereading Throne of Glass as, like, a very different reader, because it's been probably 9 years since I've read this book, maybe 10, which is just crazy to think about. That's done. So looking at the board, I just made another bingo, which is really freaking exciting. So that bingo is going to pay for Lore, which I have already bought. So the 2 books that I have bought and have arrived at my house are safe. I don't need to worry about them, which is good because I've already tabbed this for the reading next month. So I don't have to worry about either of those 2. If you want to know what the other one is, you can watch last week's vlog, or you can wait until my wrap up at the end of the month. I have another book that I ordered that is coming, so I absolutely have to get a 3rd bingo this month to pay for it, and I'd like to get 2 more if I can. So my plan is to finish up A Winter's Promise, which I am loving, but I just haven't picked up the last few days because when I'm sick, I, like, cannot read physically. There's just something about my brain that, like, everything turns to jello. So I just haven't picked it up in, like, 5-6 days now, and that's kind of an issue because the day is the 26th and I need to have this finished before the 31st, although I'd really like to have it done sooner than then. As I said, I'm loving it. It is for 5-star prediction. I'm exactly halfway through and I really, really love it. So we're following this woman named Ophelia, and she is sent off to be part of this arranged marriage to this man at, like, the North Pole, I think it is. Everyone in this land lives in arcs, which are like these flying city settlements, and everyone in the arc is a descendant of a certain god, and because of that, everyone has special gifts. And Ophelia's gifts are that she can touch objects and tell their history and tell, like, who's owned them and what kind of emotional response they had at the time. And she can also walk through mirrors, which is freaking cool. So she is sent off to have this arranged marriage, and her fiance do not get along, and they don't like each other, and neither of them wants to get married to each other. So it's this whole entire idea of her being taken out of her natural element, her having to deal with this person who is supposed to have her back and, like, is not caring at all about anything that happens to her, and her just still being, like, a badass bitch. And I love it because she's so clumsy and forgetful and kind of not all together there, but at the same time she's so strong and powerful, and I love her. I also freaking love there's this whole entire, like, cruelty that is behind the whole entire family that she's being married into, and I just really love seeing actually dark characters. I'm loving it. It's just, I haven't picked it up in a little bit. Like I said, my the meat in my skull is not letting me do the thing. I will briefly talk about the book that I started this morning after finishing Throne of Glass. So I was going to pick up the book for my secret TBR, but I read one chapter and I'm not enjoying it. So I'm not going to talk about that more here because that'll all be in a video coming out hopefully the last week of February, possibly sometime in March. I ended up picking up Providence of Fire, which will not get me a bingo. I wasn't picking up this book because I thought it would actually get me anything. I was picking it up because I've been wanting to read it this whole entire month. Actually, I've been wanting to read it way longer than this whole entire month. It's been a few months since I finished the first one because this is the sequel to Brian Staveley's series, The Unhewn Throne, which the first one is called something. I don't remember the name of it. Well, in the first book, we're following 3 siblings. They are all the children of the emperor of this land, and he has died right at the beginning of the book, and so the three of them are dealing with it in their own way. The direct descendant is off being trained to become a monk, and then he has to be protected because they think people are going to try to kill him. The next son is studying to be a soldier and a warrior, and then the daughter, who is the oldest but won't inherit the throne because she is a woman, is still at court dealing with all the politics and drama that is there, and kind of wondering why she couldn't be the empress after her father died because she is the oldest. I freaking love it. It's definitely based on a lot of Asian culture, and Brian Staveley actually talks about in like the back, because he is a white male author, about all of the research that he did into doing these books. And I don't know the culture myself, but as someone who has read a lot of books that are like attempting to do culture appropriately, I think he's actually doing like a really good job with it. I enjoy them and I'm happy for him. I have to go now. I have a doctor's appointment and I don't want to miss it, so I will talk to you guys later tonight, hopefully after I've made a dent in some of the books that I'm reading. We are having a gray, gloomy, miserable, wet day, or as my mother likes to call them, Amanda's favorite kind of weather. Because, ladies and gents, this is the weather I live for, which is ridiculous because it's just the worst for everyone else in the world. I got a package and I'm pretty sure it's Mask of Mirrors, but I'm gonna open it on camera so that we can know together. Here we go. I always do these wrong. Boy, it's thick. It is. It is. I mean, I knew it was 700-ish pages, but like I didn't realize how thick 700 pages was while I was reading the ebook. I read this recently. I have a video up online about it. I pre-ordered this in 2020, so it doesn't count towards my bingo or anything, but I freaking love this book. I rated it 5 stars. I thought it was amazing and really good, and if you want to go watch that video, I'll have it linked. Yeah, this paperback though, oh, it has that like smooth, creamy, matte finish to it, and I really love that, so I can't wait to put this on my shelf. Gotta go look at my shelf because I just reorganized it and figure out where it's gonna fit. Hello, it is Saturday. I meant to come and talk to you, check in with you at some point between Wednesday and Friday and just never did. But I have been kind of busy, somewhat reading. I'm reading for a secret TBR video, so I can't talk to you about that. And then I finally picked up Winter's Promise again, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. I really do think it will be a 5-star by the end, but I'm at page 395 right now, so I have less than 100 pages left, and I'm hoping to finish it tomorrow because today I'm gonna be pretty busy. But there is a small chance that I finish it today. Saying that, I will leave this video open and continue vlogging until I finish that. It makes me nervous, but okay. And then I played my TBR game for February, so I know what the prompts are, but I will not show you in this video because it's not going to affect anything in this video. I'm not reading for it. Plus, that video is not out yet. So I'm going to have a good day. I'm going out with my mom. We're going to paint, and then we're going to go shopping, and then I think we're just going to chill. So I just don't think there's going to be a ton of reading done today, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm home. I'm freaking tired. I'm going to read this until I finish it. So let's do that now. So I finished A Winter's Promise, and it was so freaking good. The ending was phenomenal. Like, the last 10 pages were just the best part of the book, but the last like 50 pages were just really, really good. And I loved it so much that I actually, because of this book, I ended up getting 2 bingos. So I ordered the second and the third one. I wasn't going to order the third book because it's only in hardback and the first 2 are in paperback, but I realized that when the 4th one comes out this year in English, I'm gonna want it right away. So it's gonna be in hardback. So I might as well just get the hardback for the 3rd one as well. Anyways, it was phenomenal. It was so good. There was definitely like parts of it that weren't 5 stars, but overall the entire book was 5 star. And I had so many moments where I was getting 5-star vibes. The like chemistry between the main 2 characters was just done so well. And not to say that they like were made for each other or were good in a relationship with each other, but they just like made everything so awkward, and oh, I just felt it. I felt it, and it was done so well. The best part of this book was the characters. They were all well-rounded and well fleshed out and well thought of, and the twists and turns and political intrigue and how each little things that you didn't think mattered at the beginning, how they ended up mattering in the end was just chef's kiss. 5 stars, if I didn't mention that. 5 stars, 100%. I'm really hoping, I've already done my February TBR, but I'm kind of hoping that I can go and shuffle some of the books around so I can fit book 2 at least into it, but I don't 100% know if I'm going to be able to do it. Also, though, there's other books I need to read next month because they're arcs that are due at the beginning of March. So unfortunately, I will just have to see how the month goes. But I went and ordered them on Amazon just now, and the only reason why I ordered them on Amazon, because I'm trying not to order anything on Amazon if I can help it, is because they will arrive tomorrow. So I need to pick up something else in the meantime to read until they arrive tomorrow, because it'll probably be in the evening. But I will figure that out, and that'll be part of another vlog. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Let me know down below if you've read A Winter's Promise, because I think it's the only book I really talk about in this video. I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad I read it, and I think you should read it too. Thanks for watching. I don't remember how my outro goes, but until next time, I will talk to you in the comments. Bye.